Hello YouTubers, Ted here in beautiful Côte St. Luc, Canada. I'm going to show you my daily collection here in my Farmington city. So let's do that daily collection, and we're going to do it all at once by spending 5 diamonds. And we don't need to do that. So let's look here. 4255. Remember that number. We got 4255 daily forage points. All right. So what's the point of this video? In the past 2 months, let's say, Forge of Empires had released and put it on beta an update to the whole great building scheme, the way they work, and there was going to be different tiers: copper, silver, and gold. And those tiers, it's really the same building, but they'd apply at different levels. So, like, copper would be up to level 100, and you'd continue gaining copper benefits up to level 200, but then starting at level 100, it's really the same building, but you would also call the same great building as starting at silver tier, and then there was gold tier from levels to 200 to 400. And the silver and gold tiers were going to have different capabilities. So my arc here is currently level 138. And if we look at what that arc does for me, it gives me a boost whenever I get forge points back from contributing to someone else's great building. I get a 95.8% boost. And every day it generates 278 goods. I think that's of each type, or is that of one type? That's of each type for my guild treasury. Okay. And those so-called copper level benefits under the new scheme would continue increasing up to level 200. Meanwhile, I would be having what's essentially a 38 level silver arc, which would come with some different benefits. And then when I got to level 200, some other gold benefits would start to kick in. Now, that scheme may change because they got some feedback. Maybe people didn't like it so much or whatever like that. But let's just pretend for a second that that update does come to the live servers. So now let's think what that would mean for me. My arc is level 138. I can get up to level 400 under the new scheme. How many forge points would that take? We can use the forge point calculator to tell us. So if we go into power leveling here, and we go to level 400, which, by the way, I've used blueprints to open the levels up to 400. I didn't put the forge points yet, so I haven't earned those levels, but I've opened those levels so they're accessible. If we do this, it shows that we would need 599,104,333 forge points to get up to level 400. So I'm just going to use my phone calculator here for a second. 599,104,333. And do you remember how many daily forge points I collected? It was 4255, I think. 4255. Okay. Well, that's a big number, but that would be approximately 140,800 days until I got my arc up to that level. If we divide that by 365.25, how many years is that? That's 385 years. So if I'm doing my calculations correctly, which I don't guarantee, but if I'm doing them correctly, then it will take me 385.489 years as things stand at this moment in order to get my arc up to that level. Now, things are going to change. First of all, the prices actually of going up levels under this new scheme are higher than they used to be. So my Forge of Empires calculator is calculating under the old scheme, not the new scheme. The new scheme will be worse. On the other hand, of course, my city will grow over time and I'll get more forge points per day and so on. So there's two major uncertainties there. But let's just suppose suppose those cancel out. Uh, Maybe that's true, maybe it's not. I mean, it's completely unlikely that they would exactly cancel out. But anyway, by that estimation, I will be spending the next 385 and a half years getting my arc up to level 400. So here's my promise. If I am alive in 385 and a half years, I will try my darndest to make a follow-up video in which I show my arc becoming level 400, and I hope you will be there to watch that with me. As always, thanks for watching.